Now, I've got Tiina Helenius. She's the chief economist for Handelsbanken and financial markets here in Helsinki to talk about that. Tiina, what sort of message do you think we're going to get from Jean-Claude Trichet today? Are we going to get a signal for a June increase or July?
Well, I think we're going to get a signal, whether it's going to be June or July. That's really not the issue. What's interesting is what's going to happen after that.
And what will happen after that? Are you looking for this to be the beginning of a series of rate increases that takes us to 2% by the end of the year?
No, our view is that it's not a series of hikes. We see growth peaking even in the stronger economies such as Germany, and then we have the escalating debt crisis in Southern Europe. I think these are issues that the ECB must take into consideration.
Well, so the ECB will actually stop worrying about prices and inflation and start to focus on growth and what it can do, in fact, to foster growth? Is that the view?
Pretty much. You know, we're not worried about second round effects, and also we see energy prices moderating later in the year. So the inflationary push simply will not be there in a similar manner as we've seen this year.
Now, that slowdown in growth, you mentioned that you're not worried about second round effects. Why is it that you think the ECB, the language that hearing from so many ECB board members and also from Trichet himself has been so focused on those second round effects?
Well, we have seen inflation picking up quite a bit, and you know, it's quite natural that they focus on that. But looking forward, we are not overly worried that this weak labour market recovery that we have seen, except in Germany where it has been pretty good, is going to create wage pressures.
So 150, 1.5%, and that'll be it for a while.
Yeah.
Let's just move on to another subject, because of course we are in Finland, and Finland is the centre of, I should say, European Union thoughts, because we have the True Finns, which has just become the third biggest party in the country here. They are vehemently against an EU bailout of Portugal. But it looks as if the government's trying to, or the people who are leading the talks for the coalition are trying to find a solution. How would that work?
Yes, this is certainly an interesting situation. What's going on now? The former Minister of Finance, Mr. Katainen, is trying to form a government with the Social Democrats and True Finns, but they need to separate the issue of Portugal so that they can actually form a government, because True Finns are against it. And the way to do it is to get an agreement from sort of the new parliament, so that you have the backing from the previous coalition partners. Their representation should be enough to get this deal signed.
Well, then, just very shortly then, do you think that in the end of the game that Finland will be backing that Portugal bailout, just in 10 seconds?
I think there's a good chance for it. Let's put it that way.